So, would you mind just telling us a little bit of how your hearing and your tinnitus has impacted your life before coming to see us?
So the ringing in my ears started, and it was just on and off, and it was kind of annoying, but it's no big deal. But then it started to get pretty constant, whereas all the time. And I figured there wasn't anything you can do about that. But then I started noticing when there was a lot of noise in the room, I couldn't follow conversations. And waiters would ask me questions, and I'd have no idea what they were saying. And so that was starting to be annoying. And then I started noticing that TV shows, even though the sound was fairly loud, I couldn't make out the words. And so I decided to come in and see if we could do something about all of that.
And what would you say was your biggest concern with coming in for treatment?
Well, one of the things is I'm health and well-being coach in an RN. So I want to know what the effects of the symptoms I'm having. Why am I having these symptoms? Because it's not usually the symptom isn't the problem. There's an underlying problem. And the more research that I did, the more I saw that balance is affected by hearing, dementia is affected by hearing, your health is affected by your hearing. And I started thinking, well, I have dementia in my family, and if I can do something early to stop that progress, then why would I not do that? And so I started thinking, well, if I'm not hearing really well and I've got this ringing and I've got a few balance issues, then it could be my hearing. So I need to go get that checked.
And what would you say has been the biggest improvement you've seen after starting treatment?
Oh, the coolest thing was I got the hearing aids on Thursday. I went out with friends on Friday night. We went to a really noisy restaurant, and I could just take out my phone and turn the volume up in my hearing aids, and I could hear everybody talking. I could hear the whole conversation. I'm like, this is awesome. And a couple of times, just because they were so brand new, a couple of times I just turned it off so I could hear, and I'm like, I can't hear anything. And I'm like, turn it back on. And so I had that happen, and then we sat down to watch TV, and I thought this series that we've been watching, they had English accents, and I thought, I just can't understand it because of the accents, and all of a sudden, no, it was because I couldn't hear them. And again, I turned it off, and nope, can't understand, is blah, blah, blah. And then I turned it back on, and I could hear it, and so those were, those big, this is so cool. I can actually hear. And it's not that, like in everyday conversation, I can hear just fine without the hearing aids, but I have to pay attention, and I have to, hear through the ringing. And with the hearing aids, I can focus more on what's being said instead of focusing on trying to understand the words.
I love it. What would be one thing you'd tell your friends that are considering?
The biggest thing is, so I'm fairly young. I'm 56, and most people equate getting hearing aids with being. Now I'm moving into old age, and yeah, that's true. But it doesn't make any sense to me that we have a technology that's so incredible, and then because we're too proud, or we don't want to age, or we want to say, I'll do that when I'm absolutely almost deaf. When you can actually correct it early and have it be, and not have to be almost deaf, but have it be a healthy way to do it. It's kind of like saying, oh, you got a cavity, and you say, oh, I'm just going to wait till it rots, and then we can pull it out, and then we'll put in an implant. That will be better. I mean, we take care of problems in our body as we go, and yet hearing seems to be like, oh, no, I'm not doing that. That's a hearing aid. That means I'm old. And it's like, instead, what to me, what is old is going, what? What did you say? What? That indicates you're old and you're too prideful to get hearing aids. When you can just get them on, put them on, people don't see them, people don't care. You can hear, and you don't have to say what all the time. So I think for my friends, that's what I say to them. Why would you not fix your hearing? would you not wear glasses? Would you not get, whatever device you needed in your body? And yet hearing seems to be that thing that people are like, oh no, that means I'm old. I don't want to do that.
Awesome. Thank you so much.